Hello everybody, Reggie Time here, and this is my first video in well over a week. Apologies for that for those dedicated minority of people who are like, Reggie, where you been? I've been working more last week than I maybe do on previous weeks, and on top of that, I had some technical issues with my headset where audio wasn't recording properly, and it was a pain in the ass. Also, earlier in the week, I was recording some stuff for Microgrinder, which took away the time I would normally take to make stuff for my YouTube channel. So yeah, and we're slightly back on schedule this week, and hopefully this will be the first of at least 2 videos this week. So for those one or two of you mad cunts who have missed me, then we're back kind of on schedule for now. And basically, I'm talking Irish Paddy and Asho28, who are the only two people who've asked me about it, really. But there you go. Thank you, gentlemen. I do appreciate your inquiries. So, what's happened in the last week? I quit a job on Friday because basically I couldn't be bothered putting up with fucking idiot bosses. So, after having a rather heated debate with one in a workplace, I decided, is this small piece of work that I do with a gentleman who I genuinely fucking love the bones of, is that worth putting up with fucking idiots, illogical, reactionary idiots for, you know, it just wasn't. My plans are to get in touch with the gentleman's family and social worker and just see him socially. So I can still maintain my contact with him because I genuinely think he's a fantastic gentleman. When I'm going to do that, I won't have to put up with fucking idiots talking bollocks to me, which for me, it's a bonus. I can't really be asked for idiots talking bollocks, and I don't react very well when idiots talk bollocks. So yeah, that's going to be good for me. So that's one thing we've been doing. As I said, there's a little bit of work from Microgrinder. Not sure when that's coming out. I haven't finished it yet because of my technical issues. Probably sooner rather than later, I would imagine. But when, I don't know. Can't remember if I told you guys that I won a end of month £200 SPT seat in a promotion on Sky. That was fun. I played the absolute minimum requirement of hands because I didn't know the promotion was running. And then Simon, Spider Me, told me, "Oh, why aren't you in this, Reg?" I'm like, "Oh, I didn't know it was a fucking thing, Simon." So I played literally one day of qualifying hands and won a ticket, which went down well with some of my Discord acquaintances. I'm going to bet fold here with the Ace King. They're just, oh dear, oh dear. Sky appears to be being an absolute bell end again. Oh, behave. Behave, Sky. You know, fucking got to do this and that and that and this, and this is going to do it and that's going to do it. Then you've got a closed table. Sorry, I'll pause this and we'll get back. So there we go, we're back. We don't know what happened with the fucking Ace King or anything like that. Who fucking knows? Who dares to find out? You know, it's annoying. That's part of the reason why I'm going to get into the next thing of what I've been doing over the last week or so. So these tables are all mixed up now. We've got like 20, 10, 10, 10 20, 10, 20, 10, 20 again. So yeah, I played on Thursday night. I was playing some cash on Sky, and basically the ass completely fell out of it. And by the time I could get plugged back in, half my tables had disappeared. Then half the players had disappeared from the tables that were left. I was like, "Fuck this!" And it happened on Juicenberg's stream last Monday, where he just got fucking booted out, and then he had to go on the browser to try and get back in. I play on the browser because I find that more stable, but it's been less stable lately. Or it certainly has been for me anyway. I'm not sure how other people are finding it. And I like complained about it a little bit in the stream, saying, while players keep on just accepting the bugs and then carrying on paying their rate to the site. I mean, look, we've lost 2 players from here, 1 player from here, 1 player from here. It could be related to what just happened. It might not be. I don't know. But while players just keep putting up with it and then just going back and paying their rate still. Why would we expect anything to change? Sky Software's been getting worse and worse and less stable for not just weeks, we're talking months, possibly fucking years. Bugs not being fixed, etc. And traffic is dropping, regulars are suffering for it, but no, people just keep playing there. And I was contending that, perhaps players should do something about it, should organise themselves to try and force um, Sky to do something, like just remove their business from Sky for a day or whatever. Then obviously no one really fucking got on board with that because Sky's soft and people want to make money. And it happened on Thursday, and I just fed up. I'm like, fuck this. I'm a man of principle sometimes. And I was like, no, I'm just not putting up with this. So I put a little bit of money on Triple Eight. And that's gone well. Over like 3,000 hands. We've done really well. We've had some heat. We played well. So I think now I'm going to be mixing my time between Sky and Triple Eight. Sky's traffic is definitely it's not as Sky in the evening time is not brilliant. Monday through Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday it's pretty good. Sunday it's kind of meh. So, and on top of that, there's going to be a time. There's going to be a time's going to come where Sky just isn't an option anymore because they're either going to disappear or this traffic's going to continue to degrade and go lower and lower and lower. I don't think we want to bet this 10 on the river here. I'm going to just check and maybe call because depends how big he bets. So I don't want to call that size. So yeah, I'm starting planning for when Sky isn't an option anymore. I'm treating it as a bonus right now. I'll log into Sky. Are there enough tables, good tables running? Yeah, in that case, let's have a game. If there isn't, well, let's just Triple Eight it. And yeah, I'm kind of trying to future-proof myself a little bit by being ready to just play Triple Eight full time when Sky's no longer worth my time. Now, I've talked to about Triple Eight in the past about them potentially having a bot issue, etc. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. But when you play at certain times of day, mostly when it's getting late in Eastern Europe, and then what do we want to do here with the Ace 10 suited? I think we just want to call. I think you can avoid a lot of the times where if there are bots active, I think you can avoid a lot of those times. And games just still look good enough where you can overcome the bot issue. It's not ideal. You don't want to have to deal with bots, but if that's just part of poker these days, then it's just part of poker these days, I guess. And you can cry, sulk, pick up your tent and fucking walk somewhere else, or you can just be like, well, can I mitigate this? Can I still make money, etc. So yeah, that's the plan going forward. We're not going to bet this king queen. I think when Matt Geese checks, he's probably just checking to fold, or maybe call like one street with the hand like pocket jacks, pocket tens, etc. So we'll see what happens. Matt Geese does like a trap now and again. I could be getting him mixed up with somebody else, so I'm not sure. I might be getting him mixed up, but he does. If it's a player I think he is, he does like some elaborate traps. But we're going to go pretty big here, and he instantly folds. King 9 of clubs, limp, open. Ace Gunner is someone I've tangled with many, many, many times in the past. We're both probably quite familiar with each other's games, and Ace Gunner is not one, in my opinion. Well, he maybe falls to other people's 3-bets, but he doesn't fall to that fucking many of mine. So therefore, I don't really want to be 3-betting too light against him, especially when I'm going to be out of position. So I found on Triple Eight when I play that I've been playing in the evenings, that when you log in and there's, say, over 40 players in the snap pool, the games are pretty bad then. It's pretty and a reg heavy, maybe the occasional account that's getting extra assistance, shall we say. But when it drops to, say, around 30 players, then you can, like, the nut spot I've found so far is around 30 players after 11:30 p.m. Or less than 30 players in the AM. That seems to be the times where, the larger the pool, it seems to be bad for Snap. The bigger the pool, the more regs and what have you there are. The smaller the pool, the less diluted the weaker players tend to be. So yeah, that's going to be my plan going forward. We're going to be playing earlier in evenings when the snap pool's quite big. I'm going to try and find some sky tables, and then later in the evenings when the snap pool gets sub 30 players, and it maybe only stays in that state for a couple of hours, then try and get the session in there, then maybe try and get some, see what it's like. I haven't really had much chance to explore it during the daytime yet, but I'm going to be splitting my time between Triple Eight and Sky, I think, and just getting the money where and when I can. This time he's only 3x over this guy's ISO. We've got a very nice hand, so we are going to go with a 3-bet this time. We get called in 2 spots and we completely break, which is a bit of a cunt, because there's really not an awful lot we can do here with this guy in with his, like, less than half pot bet left, or just about half pot stack left. Turn does not do anything to cheer me up. I think, do we just have to call here and call again on no heart? I think that's going to be the plan. Far from love it. Oh, this is a play we need to turn green. He was orange, but then he displayed some behaviours last week that made him no longer worthy of the orange tag. So he's getting the green one. I think we just have to call. I don't like it. I mean, we've had a green tag player who's raised pre and just gone bet, bet, bet. So really don't like it. But yeah, we're going to call anyway. And of course we were crushed. Yeah, misclicked. We were chatting away at the table last week. I was chatting with Gondoggin, and someone mentioned about, I think Gondoggy asked if he was still like a yellow tag. And he was just being playful and what have you, and it was all good fun. And then misclicked, got a little bit salty about his or her tag, and then challenged me to play heads up after I'd just stacked him in a pot on a previous table, and he told me how badly I played, which I don't believe I did, but whatever. I don't mean if I did, I did. Who cares? I don't think I did, but he seemed to think so. He or she seemed to think so. He challenged me to heads up. I'm not a heads up player. I'm not going to just respond to heads up challenges from regs, so I just kind of ignored him. But then another Sky regular came along and played him heads up and kicked his ass apparently, which was fun to find out about. So yeah, misclicked is now a green tag because those kind of behaviours are thoroughly unacceptable in my book. Good regulars don't respond the way misclick did. Regulars stopped challenging, or good regulars stopped making boastful heads up challenges at the table, probably in around 2007. So yeah, when I see people behaving like that, I'm like, what are you? And because I'm being a good boy in Sky these days, I'm going to leave that question open to your imagination. How do you think I'd respond to that? What do you think my answer? It's always a, what do you think of misclicked? Use your imagination and think how I might describe that person or player. Because I'm not going to. I'm not going to. This table is really quite shit, by the way. Just going to look at the ace-10 out of position. And cheer Eagle Force on. Go on, Eagle Force. Get the job done. Looking good for Eagle Force fans. It's looking good for Eagle Force fans here. Looks like he's going to bring on the bit. Oh, well, maybe it's not looking good for Eagle Force fans. This is exciting. Oh, look at this river. Eagle, 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 eagle. Come on, eagle. Have it. Whatever you need to have, just have it. That is a set that doesn't like the fucking flush, I think. Could be wrong, but that looks like a set or two pair that didn't like the flush on the river. Do not like that bet size. Go eagle, go eagle, go eagle, go eagle. Mega deep, we're going to flat with the 8-7 suited. Not playing this. Backdoor everything, out of position. Let's not bother. Again, this is probably a hand we shouldn't defend, but we're making a video, so fuck it. Oh, we got a good shot. Yeah. Let's just say my videos going forward aren't going to be particularly useful to anybody hoping to learn something about the game. We're all about the fun and the being light-hearted and just trying to enjoy ourselves. We're going to be trying to win, of course we are, but I'm not going to be going too deep into what I'm doing and why. I'm going to keep it pretty low level on that. I think there's a few reasons for that. First of all, when regulars are at the table chatting to me about my videos, it proves that they watch them, and I don't necessarily want to be just giving all my thought processes away to my rivals. Number two, when I make one on 888, I get an influx of Eastern European members of my Facebook group, which proves that they're being watched over there. And bearing in mind I don't make anything from these videos, just giving too much away to my regular opponents, I just like, why would you want to do that, Reg? But I enjoy making the videos, so I'm going to continue making them, but we're just not going to be getting too in-depth. A lot of my in-depth poker chat now, oh, I didn't realise he was short. Now I've got to do some fucking maths, and I've got to do it quickly. We have a good shot, backdoor flush draw, not enough. We have to fold. That's very sad. So yeah, we're not going to. I'm going to keep making the videos because people enjoy them. I enjoy doing them. But yeah, it's going to be. Not super fucking heavy on the strategy. I mean, I'm part of a very positive, good study group at the moment. We have regular discussions where we review each other's play and things. It's really, really good. I get all the poker strategy chat I need from that group these days. And yeah, my YouTube stuff. I mean, I did consider just like, why are you still doing it, Reg? You don't need to be doing it. But yeah, fuck it. I enjoy doing it. I like the attention. I'm a little bit of a fucking, anyone who makes content wants attention. That's why they're fucking doing it. Bit of an attention whore, so we'll keep doing it. But yeah, when I first started out doing the YouTube stuff, it was because it was, when was it, fucking 8 years ago now, and I was probably a lot higher up the micro stakes like skill level than I am now. And I was looking for coaching. Then we had a couple of years, or 18 months or so, selling rate back for the site. So there was always a reason to do it. Now I've got no reason to really make content, but I want to continue doing it anyway, so I'm going to. But don't expect to learn very much, if you ever did. Well, isn't that just an asshole of a flop? You can get in the bin. Someone's playing musical chairs over here. Mitch decided he didn't like his first seat, so he went for his second one. Have a very good hand. And that's a pretty damn reasonable flop. Over here's another very reasonable flop. Seems like a reasonable enough turn. On this table. Seems like a remarkably reasonable turn on this table. And we get no action down here, and we get action we possibly don't want up here. So we've been raised on the turn, and this is just almost never a bluff. This is just like a turn 2 pair. A set that was either flopped or turned. And then he just blasts the shit out of the river. We don't have a club. We don't block any of his potential draws, and I'm not in the mood for folding, so we're going to call and lose. Oh, we didn't call and lose. Happy, happy days. I think we want a 3-bet here to try and isolate this green tagged player with the 10 jack. Ace jack, sorry. 2 regs to go behind. If we can knock them out of the pot and play heads up in position with a pretty good hand against someone who might not study the game too enthusiastically, then seems good to me. Normally this would be a spot to just small c-bet, but again, we are up against someone who's very likely not especially well studied. Wouldn't want to get check raised here. That would stink. What like happened there is he calls and then we just jam the turn. Here we've 3-bet the aces. We got the cold call from the big blind, and then the call here. I'm just going to go bombs away. I mean, if one of these guys has got a set, and that's the only way we'll beat here, is by a set, then I'm just going to pay them the money. It's a pretty dynamic board. I'm very worried that Goose has just got 3 nines or 3 queens here. But if they have, good for them. Just have 3 nines. Whatever. Good for you, sir. I mean, I think his call pre-flop there is, and please correct me if I'm wrong, because this isn't remotely salty, but I think his call there from the small blind versus a regs under the gun open and a small blind 3-bet, so it's called from the big blind. I think it's atrocious. I really do. And this is I swear it's not me being salty. Calling with 9s there, like under the gun, you're not closing the action, you're cold calling. Yeah, I mean, to me that is fucking horrendous, but fair play to him, he won the pot, and I guess that's all that matters. But he's instantly getting downgraded to orange tag. He might be a very good player for all I know. I'm not familiar with him at all. He's red, but I mean, I don't know why he's red because I don't know the first thing about him. I think I've seen him at higher stakes, and maybe me tagging him orange is just LOL because maybe he's just a lot better than me, and maybe that was just who knows why he did it. I don't fucking know, but yeah, I mean, it cannot be good to call 9s out of the small blind there, in my opinion. This is the board where I expect to get check raised on a fair bit, and I'm not worried if we do. We don't get check raised. Now, my absolute biggest pet peeve in all of poker is when regulars defend pocket pairs in 3-bet pots and then get there against me. It's something I've discussed over the weekend with the people I discuss poker most with, and I was of the opinion that it's just shit to set mine in 3-bet pots. I was very much in the minority with that opinion, so I'm not going to pretend I know better because I don't. There's no point being part of study groups and then ignoring what the majority of the people are saying. So I accept I'm probably wrong, and there probably is a case to be made for set mining in 3-bet pots, at least some of the time. that to me is not one of those times. But whatever. I'm not going to stop rabbiting on about it now because there's absolutely no fucking point in doing that. We're going to check raise our ace-6 here. We're going to check raise our set here. Okay. We're not going to check raise the two pairs. We do turn a full house though, which is pretty nice. Going to bet a size of flush draw can be tempted to call. Ooh, do not time out, Reg. Do not time out. That is not a size I would have chosen had I had more time. Turn a full house, which is nice. SPR of 0.5. Let's just give him a chance to bluff or do whatever he wants to do, or get there with a flush draw. Sadly, that's a brick. He's going to just fold now a lot of the time. We've been check raised on the river here. I don't like it, but we have a full house, so we call. And we win. Hey, it's all happening. It's all happening. King 7 suited. This might be shit, but we're calling anyway. No pair, no draw. No big blinds in front of the player. No bet. Same story on the turn. Backdoor everything. Min bet. Call. Call here because min bet. Rubbish turn card. Up on table 2. He increases his bet there. We fold. We increases his bet here. We fold. Told you Matt Geese likes to check raise earlier, by the way. I don't have the note, but I have the memory. The man loves to trap. He loves it. He absolutely loves trapping. I wonder if I could have got more value by shoving. I don't think we can shove because we have like one of the worst full houses. You know, we have the ace-6, we lose to ace-10, blah blah blah. Well, we lose to ace-10 and ace-9. Maybe I was too quick. Maybe we could have considered raising and like getting value from. And yes, pocket 10s, pocket 9s. Maybe I was too quick. One of the things I'd love to improve on, but I kind of never do, is not acting too quickly. Sometimes I just go with my first instinct and act quickly. Maybe that was a time where we could have considered jamming. Still don't think I would have. Still think I would just have called, but maybe we could have given it a little bit more consideration than I did. Get donked into here. I'm going to make a pretty smallish raise. Less than 3x. Donked into here. We are going to raise again. Folds. So he's gone donk, call, donk. I mean, maybe he has an 8. I think there's much less reason to raise now. That's a pretty desirable river. Let's hope he has the 8 and not the king. This is just going to go chop chop, isn't it? We're going to raise all in. He's either going to have quad 8s or a king, and it's going to be a chop or a defeat. But we'll go all in anyway. King 5. Behave, sir. Behave, poker. Poker, just fucking behave yourself. That's rude. Very, very rude. We thought we wanted the king on the river. We thought we were pleased to see the king. He was the absolute fucking worst card in the deck for us. Well, maybe an ace was worse, but oh, I don't fucking know. Anyway, fuck off. Someone commented on my previous video, I might want to consider not muting my microphone when I vape. Just to let you know. I've considered it, and I'm not going to do it because I forget to unmute. So here we go. You might want to mute the video for a few moments if the sounding of vaping triggers you so much that you feel you need to ask someone not to fucking do it when they're creating free content. If it bothers you that much that you have to ask such an unreasonable question, then maybe you want to be muting for the next 3 to 5 minutes. That's a set, and this guy's donked again. Last time he donked, he folded. But we're still going to raise again. But he did donk fold last time. He hasn't donk folded this time. That's nice. Do I want to raise this ace jack up? If we do, we got to make it huge. Don't really want to, so we're not going to. Don't think I want to bet this river. And it feels too thin to bet. Fold. I don't think people bluff enough in those spots, even though some draws have missed. There's too many reasonable hands he can have, in my opinion. Here is the loosest of camels. One of my acquaintances who I discuss poker with on a pretty regular basis. Not super enthused to have him to my left because he's a bell end. Excuse me. Multi-way here, just with backdoors. Let's kick it off with a pretty small stab. And now we've got King Hurley too, who's another pretty damn good player. We've been raised here. Trivial fold. I want to set man versus middle position. Don't want a 3-bet versus middle position. Camel's call. So now I'm out of position to two very good and aggressive players. This cannot possibly end well for me. We have two kings down here, which is pretty nice. But worthless. We're probably going to have to call this river. King Hurley could have jacks or queens that he goes for some thin value with. Camel could have some 8x, I guess. But I think we've kept the pot small enough. And our hand is under-repped enough. Until Camel just does this shit. I don't know what's going on. He's kind of just repping an 8 here, isn't he? He probably just fucking has one. Oh, fuck off, Camel, you prick. Love you really, mate. You are a good guy, but you're a fucking prick when you're at my tables because you make it hard to win. So, for that reason alone, you are a fucking prick. we bet here, do we have to call it off? Depends how big we bet, I guess. I'm not going to go too big, and I am going to fall to a raise. And this is starting to feel too thin to bet again. I think we still have a pretty easy bet fold again, just small again. And we do get the win. Happy days. Don't want to call here and open myself up to being squeezed, so it's 4x it there. 3 bet anyway, 4 to a 4 bet. Or just flop 2 pairs and be delighted with the situation. We go pretty big here, it's a pretty coordinated board. We ribbed the flush and we're going to lead. Not going to be looking to continue with our low end gut shot. King and the ace. I'm going to have to wrap the video up in a moment because I need to be going out. So I think we'll hit the sit out next blind everywhere. Ace, queen, queen. 4 ways. Every chance someone can have a queen, I guess, but we're going to pay to find out. Less chance somebody has a queen now, and no chance we're going to be able to fold. I mean, he just doesn't call anything here on the river, probably. We're just going to go super, super tiny. And just hope then he just feels obliged to call like pocket sixes or whatever. He folds. That's the end of this table now. Not too much damage done against 1, 2, 3 good players. That's 1, 2, and 3 good players. Not 4, just 3. This table's finished. And this table's almost finished, so we're going to get a good hand to finish off with. No, we're not. We're going to get 510 off suit. So there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah, probably try and do another one. I don't know when. Thursday seems most likely. So yeah, until Thursday probably. Have a good week. Take care, and we'll see you then. Bye bye for now.